Another box of the 2018, and what better thing to do than get the champ on board with us. I have Rambo today. Now then, Rambo, how are we doing? And oh my god, my son is already complaining. How are we today, buddy?
Yeah, very well, thanks. Mildly hungover this morning, but recovered nicely.
What you been doing? Did you go out on the town, getting completely drunk?
New Year didn't really stop. It just kept happening, day after day.
Oh dear me, not good.
So yeah.
Not good indeed.
On holiday.
Yeah. I've been absolutely snowed under with work and everything. Like I say, I even had Scott Williams, aka Space Magic, saying I thought the blood on the box was dead. I tell you, some of these guys are so impatient. You know, I do have a real life, but I assure you it's not dead.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I know.
Commitments.
I know. That's it, isn't it? You know, it's one of those things. I've just been so snowed under. I've just been literally, it's like, oh, it's Christmas, so guess what? You can work 7 days a week. Oh yeah, thanks for that. You know, time for giving and all that crap. But yeah, I mean, it's good to be back. I mean, we'll have a look at everything. Me and yourself both crashed out on the semi-finals of the cup, so we did wonderfully well to.
Yep.
But hey, at least we did it. At least we made some cash. There was some certain coaches what unfortunately didn't make it. So at least
I was just happy to be there. Tried something new.
Absolutely, and so did I. And it's interesting. We've been chatting, me with some of the PS4 admins. Yes, I know before people start spitting the coffee out, this is an Xbox show. But we was talking about, you know, it's not a good state of affairs. You know, we had our granddad rocking chair out and our pipe and everything like that. And he's back in the day, this wouldn't happen, blah blah blah. But we had obviously a Nagel kill team win it last season. What was yours, I do believe. We've got two very bashy teams in the final this time on the Xbox. We had a Chaos Dwarf and Dwarf final on the PC, and we've got now this is embarrassing. I've got to think of what we've got on the PS4, and we've got a final between a Nagel kill team and a Chaos Dwarf team. And people are like, Jesus Christ, this is getting ridiculous. This is getting to like, there's only a few races people are going for now, and they're going to win it all the time. And Mercy Flush, I don't know if you know Mercy Flush, he's kind of a big deal.
I've heard of him.
No, he's a big deal. Everyone's got to have heard of Mercy Flush. He has roped me in. He has roped me into this admin challenge. So me, Gimlick, and himself, he's given us a bloody vampire challenge. Now, I can tell you now, the amount I know about vampires is, yeah, I don't know anything about them. You could put it on a stamp, a first-class stamp. So basically, we've got this challenge where all three of us have got to basically try and beat each other and get as best as we can in the league with them with a minimum of 20 games. So apparently, it is trying to promote one of these lesser races. And obviously,
that's a good idea.
I'm obviously going to be streaming my embarrassment and my salty outbreaks and everything with vampires. Because I was thinking, have I ever played vampires for? I don't think I have. So this is going to be crazy. It's going to be just vampires galore, bloodlusts, controls going through the windows and various stuff.
Yep.
So I was thinking, you know what, maybe we should try and get SL Hunter and Co to maybe do something like that for the Xbox. You know, but
yeah, well, Tizzle's been used in Amazon's quite a lot, and they're one of the
I've noticed that he's very good with them, isn't he? But
he's also been using ogres quite a bit, so he seems to be promoting them at least.
Yeah, I mean, did you?
Hunter's gone high elves, which is another lesser played race.
Yeah, I mean, so it's good to see. It's good to see that sort of like commitment from the admins and certain other coaches. But I mean, would you be bothered, or are you bothered anywhere the slightest that this just seems to be going one way now? Or because obviously you did really well with Kislevs, didn't you? Like, you did really well with Kislevs.
Yeah, they did all right.
Well, semi-final.
They did all right. They got lucky. But no, the playoffs this season have been quite unusual because there's been quite a lot of very nice teams, like coached by incredible coaches like Cedric and Captain Gargo and things that have gone out through freak chances and things. I feel if they were still in, it would have been a completely different game sort of thing.
Yeah, it could be. I've just got Tommy just saying your mic is Not very good. He's being polite. I don't know if you want to just pull your mic out and put it back in.
Yeah, well, I'll just go back to my old one then.
It might be just a mic. Just plug it back in, plug it back out. Oh, go to your old one if you wish. It's up to you. So while he's doing that, shall I just have a little dance? But I mean, anyone who obviously is in the stream, let us know what you think about the outflux of the kill teams. I mean, like I say, it is Blood Bowl for a reason, but it seems like we are getting a trend now. But I suppose the concern now is we are getting a lot of these teams, and now I'll have to say, but they'll let us know. I mean, to me, Chaos Dwarfs seem to be the team. I don't know if they're under the radar now, but they're sort of getting it done. I mean, I got knocked out against Cass because I made a stupid mistake, and my team was totally. I mean, that was probably the worst matchup I could have had, and I should have won it. So I just misclicked. But I sort of guessed by playing them sort of games. I sort of guessed like, wow, you know, Chaos Dwarfs is such a good team. They haven't really got any weaknesses really. And I can see why people get them. And like I said, I only had one claw piece. I mean, I've been seeing teams, especially on the, you know, with loads of Mighty Blow Claw and all that sort of stuff. We've seen Space Magic, who to me, now, the interesting thing about Space Magic is he seems to be going for all these kill teams. He had Chaos.
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
Chaos Dwarf this season.
Yeah.
I've played them. He's got 2 killer pieces now.
Yeah.
Like Pylon Claw Powers.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. He's just... I spoke to him, 3 days ago or something? He said he was going them because he loves centaurs. That's his defense.
No, he doesn't need to defend it. I mean, like I said, I you know me. I have to say something about him, unless he can't have a grumble about the show. I usually obviously say how great you are compared to him, but you know, I was thought we'll go with something different. We'll go with something different for him, bless him.
Like, Scott flattens me day after day. It's just playoffs that I win.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is it. I mean, this is the beauty of the playoffs, is because like there's a lot of PS4 coaches who are probably far superior. Well, not far superior. That's the wrong word. They are better than people who've won the cup. Not all of them, but won the cup. But the thing is, when you get to the playoffs, just get one bad roll. One, you know, that's how it could be, couldn't it? Just a couple of bad dice or something has a good going. Because, like you said,
ones he rolled, that was the end of him in the first one against me.
We saw a lot of high-profile coaches go out round 1, round 2, didn't we?
Yeah.
Most of them had gone, and I was stunned. But that is Blood Bowl. That is basically Blood Bowl, isn't it?
It's just how it goes sometimes.
It is.
Playing a nice game, it's never going to go as planned.
No, and that's what I say.
Timothy says my mic is still bad. In what way bad? Is it crumbling like Megatron again, like Scott? I can crackle.
It depends if anyone else can. Can anyone else comment as well to see if it's bad for them as well, not just one person? Tomidus, yeah, I remember that game you got diced hard. That was horrific. If I remember correctly, it was against Lizards. Yeah, it's not good. I get that quite a lot, and it's like it's really funny because like people turn around to me and say, "Look, Bernie, if you get knocked out of the cup and it's because you're being diced, that you should be happy with that because no one's outplayed you." But it's like, yeah, but it's still bad. It still sucks. I'd rather be outplayed because then I can turn around and say, you know what, I didn't deserve to win that. He outplayed me. Well done,
Take your
sir.
hat off to a guy, except that you can get better and then move on.
Yeah. And the thing is, if you're outplayed, then you can learn from it. Getting diced, you can't learn from that. And like I say, my semi-final, it was him punch, splat. Oh, 2+, yeah. No, 1-1. Oh, it's game over. And it's frustrating, isn't it? It is what it is. I don't know. Ted Polisher said your mic's bad as well.
Bad.
I tell you what.
I think it's this weird crackle thing that happens all the time with you. I'm not sure, because this is 2 different mics.
I don't know. I've got nothing else on. Because before I thought it was the Christmas tree. Obviously, the Christmas tree is not here anymore.
Yeah.
But when I've listened,
is it better or worse than before?
Yeah. Answer. I mean, when I've listened to them back though on YouTube, the announcers come back pretty fine. The only one who really had a bad thing with it was Little Yoshi, and his was really bad.
Yeah.
But I don't see, because like I said, my connection at this end, I mean, it is really good. Speed-wise and everything. I pay a freaking fortune for it. So I don't know, and I've got nothing.
Right.
I've got nothing else on.
According to Medius, it's maybe slightly worse.
Yeah, I
so
get you
I'm going
bloody
to go
new
back to the first.
Yeah,
mic.
back to new
Yeah,
one.
go on then.
Yeah.
Get the Christmas present on. Right.
Get the
back him
Christmas.
on.
Absolutely. So while he's doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the top team. What is? Oh, look at this. I mean, this is what I say. The top 2 teams: Chaos, Dwarfs. I think Space will be extremely happy that he's not top seed because being top is just no good. You don't want to be top.
That's always what kills him, he thinks.
Well, it is. I mean, it's on the PS4. If you're to finish top, you go first round. If you're lucky, you'll get to the second round. Nobody's ever got past the second round. I mean, and if you think of that, people are like, it's a load of bull, Benny, load of bull. But yeah, well, it's really scary then that in 11 seasons, like I said, on the PS4 for us, and that's a long time. That is a long time that not the top seed has got through the first 2 rounds. And bear in mind, shouldn't the top seed be either the best, or the best team, or one of the best teams? You know, that's the thing. Because they must have played a lot of games. But
Until
they never
someone
seem
can
to
prove otherwise, it's going to be a curse.
Yeah, and for fluff purposes as well, it's always good. So
Oh yeah, it's good just for a nice bit of superstition amongst the masses.
Yeah, I mean, I think as well, people. I think I saw on one of the Facebook things about. Oh god, I can't spell this coach's name right. Fucking hell.
Svetsor.
Right, let's see if I can do it this way. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go.
For joining the team.
Yeah, I should have done it that way. So there's it. I've just got his team roster up. But I think someone said on the Facebook page that obviously the 2 guys who are actually in the final were quite low down on the playoff. Getting qualified. But I've said, and I've said this like a broken record on the PS4. It doesn't matter where you come in. It doesn't matter. You've just got to get there. You know, my Bretonnians proved that getting to the final. I mean, that is the least undeveloped team I've ever had, and that's the only time I got to the final. So it's just a case of getting in. You've just got to get in, and then anything can happen. Yeah. We saw the Master Race, the PC Master Race, who basically took the mick out the PS4 brigade, saying, I showed you how shit the PS4 coaches are if they can let a Bretonian 6-game team go all the way to the final. And then what happened? A fucking halfling team, not Bretonian, halfling team, got to the semi-finals of the PC Master Race. Semi-final? How the fuck does a halfling team get to the semi-finals of the Master Race PC competition when they tell us continuously they are far superior and serious coaches who are the best in the world than console players? Because console players only play for fun. We are just I don't know what. All I can think of at the moment is controversial.
We're just part-timers.
We're just part-timers, yes. We're just part-timers. But somehow, the PC Master Race let a halfling team. But what did they say? Oh, he did well. Oh, what a hero.
Yeah, he must have been a halfling god.
He must have been. But I was just like, I mentioned it on the forums and on the Cyanide forums, and that was it. Again, we got coaches from PC coming out saying, "Oh yeah, we're better than you guys." And I'll be honest with you, I played all 3 formats, as everyone knows, and
yes, the
PC's the easiest. I'm sorry, but it is. It's the easiest. I'm not trying to troll anybody. I had a Goblin team where if I'd have probably started 2 days before the end of the season instead of 1 day, I'd have qualified with Goblins. I had something like a 6-2-2 record or something like that. And, you know, it was just crazy. And these were against good players. And I'm giving up 300-400 in inducements against really, you know, dwarfs and stuff like that. But the positioning was all wrong.
You should be getting
like
smashed.
Oh, absolutely. So it does annoy me in a way that they have this, not every PC coach, but a majority of them have this complexity that they are far better than us. You know, we've had Jimmy Fantastic come on to the PS4 saying, oh, easy money. Didn't even qualify. Left with his tail between his legs. You know?
I'm just hearing the PC's easy money.
Yeah, and you know
all
what?
the console players should just emigrate over there, you'll make fortunes.
Well, that's it. Honestly. It is though. Honestly, that is, you know, I as everybody knows, I'll say how I see it. If it upsets people, it's tough shit. But at least if everyone knows, I'm honest when I say it. And I was like, The reason I don't play much on PC is because my PC is an absolute death trap. It is just, I can't stream on it because you'll just hear no. Not like my Chernobyl kettle. It's like that. So I can't stream on it. So I don't play it. But just for a laugh, because I'd only qualified less even with 2 teams, I thought, you know what, I'll go with Goblin just for a laugh. And fuck me, I almost qualified. I was gutted. I thought, God, if I'd have done this serious, like, try and qualify 2 days before the end of the season instead of like 24 hours, I may have even qualified.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm like, I don't know where they get this superior complex from, that they're better, because
have
not.
they tried to justify that? Have they tried to justify why you got through so easily?
Well, with Britannians or with the PC? I mean, when we're Britannians...
The PC, like how you got so many wins so quickly, so easily with an underrated team.
I don't know, I must have just...
Gosh,
I just
they
must
should be
lucky
defending their
game.
console format.
But I think we've had other people as well, haven't we? We had, I think Elder Caveman, he actually went on and said it was a lot easier on the PC. Because I think what it is obviously there is some really fantastic coaches on the PC. I'm not denying that. People like Anarion, wow, they are awesome coaches and they probably kick my ass. But because it's such a big player pool, there is a lot of bang average coaches on there. So the chances are you're going to get...
Evens out sort of thing.
You're gonna get you got more chance to get an average coach or a lesser coach on the PC than an ultimate, an ultimate coach.
Yeah.
Where obviously on
if you hit one of the god tiers, you're in a bit of bother, but that'll be one of
but you know what?
however many games.
I'd love to play something like an Iron on the PC just for the fun of it, But I think it's a lot harder on the Xbox and the PS4. There isn't much difference between the two. If I wanted to spin on the PS4 or the Xbox, I'd rather spin on the PS4 because it's slightly bigger than the Xbox. I've got more chance of getting a better coach. Where on the Xbox, I think the Xbox out of the 3 is more hardcore. I really do. The Xbox quality is getting higher, and because obviously there's not as many people spin, you almost every time you're going into a really good player. I don't get where they get this thing. Oh yeah, the Xbox easy money. It's not. I think it's the hardest out of the 3.
Might have been easy money at one point.
Yeah,
I feel that everyone's kind of improving now. As long as you keep playing, you'll keep getting better.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the only thing with the PC is you have to really grind on the PC. That is the problem. You really have to grind because obviously a lot of games are getting played, and you get some crazy records. But I think the console players. In a fight, in a knockout tournament, I think the console players could have the PC players. I really do, and I will.
Big words.
You know me. I ain't scared of no. I ain't scared of no one. I've beaten the best in Calcium Cass. I can beat anybody. Yes. I've also beaten Rambo.
God killer.
So I can beat that.
Oh, that's not hard. Everyone does that.
Trying to build my thing up. I've had a few bad games. I'm trying to build my my confidence back up. But you know what I mean though, don't you? I mean, I've said to the missus, I said to her, look, I'm gonna buy myself. I'm gonna work loads of overtime. I'm gonna buy myself this super duper a nice PC, and I'm gonna go on the PC. I'm gonna stream it, and I'm just gonna go and just try and rip it up. I'll obviously play on the consoles because the consoles are where my heart is, but I'm going to go and call my team something like just an average PS4 coach or just an average console coach. That's going to be my team name.
Yep.
And
hero of the consoles.
Well, there's better players than me who I'm sure will rip it up on there. But I'm sure everybody will be gunning for me when I go on there. Anyway, let's get on with it. We've talked 80 minutes of shite already, but hey, it's a first blood in the box back. And we're blaming mic issues, so we've had to talk shite. Let's go on to obviously the pole position. So the first pole position of 2018 is a Chaos team. Wow, what a surprise! And it's Join the Joyride. There's no joyride here, mate. If we're playing against you and we see this, it ain't a joyride for us, mate. Seriously. Look at this. Piling on claw pieces all over the place. I tell you what, Cyanide, bloody nerf piling on now. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it. Bloody hell, I'm having a right freaking moan today.
Don't you use them with your Underworld? Piling on claw pieces with Mighty Blow?
I do, and I have one. Yeah, but I'm bloody Underworld! Bloody Underworld! Chaos! To be fair though, if you look at all the case teams and everything, I've never had piling on any of them. I had to take on the Underworld because hey, Underworld can't kill for shit.
Yeah.
But to me personally, I think it's one of those things where either they could have if they didn't want to nerf Palanon so badly, they could have just basically said, look, you can either take Palanon or Claw. You know, that would have been.
See, I'm a big fan of the new tabletop way where it's, use Palanon, it uses one of your rerolls.
Yeah.
It's fair.
It's not fair.
You still have Palanon.
It's nerfed. It's basically say nobody would ever take it again.
It is nerfed.
But I ain't got a problem with that.
You can just load up on team rerolls.
Yeah, you could do, but that's extra TV. I ain't got a problem with them nerfing it at all. Really don't. And I think if they did, we would get more variety.
You get a bigger variety, yeah.
Because like I said, I've tried it now with Chaos on both consoles, and I think one of the reasons I probably didn't get as far as I could have done was because I didn't have the pile on, and when I played the Nagel guy in my semi-final, he was just, I didn't injure, let me pile on. Oh, you're injured. Where I didn't have that luxury, and I do think pile on is just so OP. It's just I personally would like to see it go. I'm not a big fan of tabletop being different rules to ours. What do you think of the MVP ruling where you can pick out with 3 players? Do you like that or do you hate it? Do you know that
it's
rule?
different, but I'm not hugely bothered. I like the random aspect of it just being a random player, but it does get a bit irritating when it's either a dead player or a star player gets the MVP. That pisses me off a bit. If they could stop the star players and dead players getting it, that'd be stellar.
Yeah. So I think it's good because then obviously
no problem how it is.
Yeah, I mean I like the idea of the 3, pick 3 guys, and I love that aspect of it.
It does help, but you find yourself putting all your SPP into like a handful of players, you just avoid your flak.
No, well, you could do that, but you can also be smart and try and balance it. I was like, these got level ups, let's try. I always think of things like Black Orcs, Saurus, things that are really hard to level up. I'd be just trying to spam them and try and get them up and that. What an SV Power V going
But at the same time, would that be exacerbating the problem of, claw homers when they just keep going for the same people?
No, because like I said, if that rule came in, you would already have the nerf of the pile on as well, wouldn't you? That wouldn't come in.
Alright, so you're implementing both.
Oh yeah, what I'm saying is I'd implement as many of the tabletop things we could. I'm not a techie guy, but I don't see how hard it would be just to change things like the ruling of claw. But I don't think Cyanide are at all interested in doing that at all.
To be fair, it's a nice game as it is. It's just playing on.
I don't know if VPRV is still in the chat, but he says of players are too hung up on percentages and what should be a good move or not. I do not understand the question. Do you, Rambo? Of players are too hung up on percentages and what should be a good move or not. Don't roll dice. That's a blue.
I was going to say I don't do that at all. I normally just go for crazy plays, and sometimes it works.
Yeah. I've noticed.
Bugger percentages.
I've noticed if I play solid, I get totally bummed with dice. If I play crap, crazy stuff, I need a 5+, I'm going to do that. Most times I'm not, it actually works. It's crazy.
It works for some mad reason.
The stupidest stuff you do, percentage-wise, it works. Just don't roll 2, it's crazy.
And you need to make a 2-up rerollable fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and obviously Space, he knows all about that. Similar to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I look at this team now, and it's a nice team. The Chaos team.
He's got a couple nice ball carriers.
Yep, they always help. 3 guard pieces.
I'm a fan of that.
Not too bad. Obviously, he's got his killers as well, and they're very nicely done. They've got tackle, obviously Mighty Blow, claw, piling on.
It's pretty all-rounded with 2 solid ball carriers and 4 horrible killers.
Yeah.
Nice bit of assistance, a dirty player.
Yeah.
His frenzy trap. He's got a bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking. Let's have a look. Yeah,
I've played him a few times and I don't think I've beaten him yet.
I don't think I've ever played this guy. I think he's one of the few players I've never played against. He beat Team 14.
He's a good player, to be fair. He makes the most of whatever he's got.
Yeah. I
beat him once.
Yeah, you just wait.
8 times against me.
Doesn't matter, mate. You wait till the playoffs, you'll beat him. Simple as. That's how you roll. It's good. Like I said, it's got a great record. I mean, like 34 wins, 13 draws, 6 losses. That is fantastic. That is good.
Solid.
He's got 3 guys. He's got a bit of everything. Interesting. He's got Beastman there with Wrestle and Dive and Tackle and Frenzy Interesting.
Like I say, that's an interesting piece, but at the same time, that can be very handy. For example, if you get someone right at the edge of the pitch, if they try and get away from you, you're going to dive and tackle them, and it'll probably be a 6.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it seems he's got 4 rerolls as well. I've noticed a lot of coaches now. It used to be 3 rerolls. That used to be the go-to, but a lot of teams now I'm seeing playing with 4 rerolls or 3 rerolls and a leader now.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well. It's one of those things, because with my team's TV being quite high, I got hit by a MasterChef the other day. It took all 3 in the first half. I think it was against Glasshammer, actually. Yeah. Absolutely nothing I could do.
Yeah, I think that's what people are doing now.
It can be good just for that extra 1.
Yeah, I spoke to Cass a bit ago now, and he said, because he you know what Cass is like, I ain't scared of nothing. The only thing I'm scared of is Halfling MasterChef. So he now basically takes 3 to 4 rerolls plus a leader, so he knows that even if someone uses MasterChef and they take all 3,
he's pretty much immune to it.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, the amount of times, I mean, I'll be honest, if I see a team with 3 rerolls and like a leader, I will take the chef, even if I'm like 5 and TV down, because I think, you know what, the chances of me rolling 3 4s,
pointless.
And then he gets one, and then he might win the fan reroll, you know, like a fan kickoff as well, and he might get an extra 1.
Yeah.
You know, so I can see why people are doing that now. It seems like, you know what, we making sure we don't get the, the Halfling MasterChef screwing us over. So yeah, I get it. I understand. Totally understand.
I can understand it.
But I think it's a lot of TV. But again, the other thing I suppose as well is we see so many games in the knockouts go to overtime now that having 4 rerolls, and especially a leader one as well, is very good, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another point. It does come into play at the playoff stages very heavily as well.
Yeah. So I mean, Sylvester, has he ever made the playoffs before?
He got to the playoffs a couple seasons ago. He was the Goblins who played the Vampires. He played
Sylvester,
you in the second round.
He played me. Oh, it's him. Oh my God!
Yeah.
How did I know that? There's me. I tell you, I never played this guy. Never played this guy ever, and I've actually played him.
Never played him before.
Never played him in the. But yeah, see, that's how great my memory is. It's like, crap. This is the Goblin team what almost screwed us over. Let's just pretend that never.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a bit of an insult. Was he that?
Yeah, cheers, Rambo.
Beneath you that you just brushed him aside?
No. It was more the other way. Like he almost totally embarrassed me. More likely, he was too good. But yeah, no, I know what you mean now. Yeah, he did very well. Very well, so yes, I know who it is now.
He makes very good use of whatever he has on the pitch.
Yeah.
That's what we'll say for him.
Yeah, he did very well against me. I was lucky. I don't mind admitting that. So there we go. More rerolls can allow teams like this to greed reroll kill shots if they only push. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Thomas. I was just thinking, I've seen that with a lot of teams, not just kill teams. But yeah, it's a very, very good point. But I don't know. I mean, it is a sad state of affair to me to see all these kill teams. Case Dwarf just seem to be ridiculous these days. Drick, I see he's gone something different. He's gone for Undead. I'm just looking through these teams now. Good to see.
He just piled up with them. Yeah. He only came on over the last week or something with that team, and he's just piled right up the top.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, he's very recent team, that.
Crikey. I'm just looking at some of these teams. Did you say Mutated Death there like a no-go now? Did you beat up his Mutt's team?
He's lost his main killer at the moment, who was a jump-up piling on Clawpom Beastman. But he does have a couple, I think 3 Claw Warriors.
Yeah. I heard something on I heard some recording going something like, "Take that, you turncoat, you Judas fucker," for winning first round of Battle of the Consoles on the PS4. Die, you scumbag, or something similar to that. So apparently the Xbox community are not happy with Mutt for turncoating to the PS4. The master race, shall we say.
You'll see us outside with torches and pitchforks soon.
Absolutely. It's good though. It's good to have. I do like him. He's a very good player. He was a kicks my ass, the bastard. But
yeah, I love Matt. He's a nice guy. Always very friendly when you play him. He'll never hurl abuse at you if he gets diced or anything.
Oh no, he's a credit to the consoles. But again, another coach who would rip it up on the PC. You know.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm not saying this to flame. I think that's what the cool kids call it. To flame the PC brigade. But look, we have got some serious You know, I'll tell you what it reminds me of, and I'll probably get myself in deep water here. You know, when women going about gal pound that they're the equal and they always feel that they're not being treated the same. That's what I feel like as console players. It's like, you know, console lives matter too. We can do good a job as you can do. You know, so you know, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'd love it. I'd love cross-platform. Would you like to see cross-platform? I think that'd be awesome.
I would adore cross-platform.
I don't know why they don't want to
I mean,
do
that's
it.
the only problem with Xbox, I feel, is it's just not enough players. Open up 3 platforms altogether, that's 3 times the player base, well, a lot more than an Xbox anyway.
I just, honestly, I would love to. You know what I think it is? I think Cyanide are PC lovers. And they know it would upset the PC brigade if they basically did it cross-platform, because all the console players would win it every season. You know?
Yeah, they'd be absolutely devastated if
They're
no
like-
PC players made the playoffs even.
They wouldn't.
Just be
would
an
they?
insult.
It would be. And then they'd have to backtrack on, obviously, the console players are better. You know, it'd just be a nightmare, wouldn't it? You know, and then obviously...
Yeah, the World Cup, the PC players would have to buy an Xbox. It'd be great.
Yeah, and then obviously halfling teams on the PC won't get to the semi-finals anymore because obviously the console players will give it a whooping. It'd be terrible. Terrible, wouldn't it? We don't let things like that happen on the consoles. I'm sorry. Just doesn't happen.
No. We run a tight ship.
Oh, yeah. We don't let any team like that. You know, we're too good for letting halfling teams get through. But, I mean, it would be good, though, wouldn't it? It would be really, really good if we could have cross-platform.
I think it'd be wonderful.
I don't know why they would do it. I don't know if it cost a lot of money or whatever. I would have thought it's more likely PC and Microsoft, you know, because obviously with Bill Gates and all that, I'm sure that could have been doable. Sony, on the other hand, maybe not as much. But I mean, I think there's Rocket League. I think that's a cross-platform game.
Yes,
so it can be done.
You had Shadowrun back in the day was cross-platform.
Was it?
There's been a few.
So you know, it could be done. It could be done. You know, I'm sure a lot of console players would like to play because they have got some really good coach. I mean, Jimmy Fantastic, obviously, he's a very big coach. You know, I'm sure it'd be a great honour for a lot of console players to play him just for the fun aspect. Sage, Anarian, VG Purist, Andy Davo.
Even if nothing else,
Shawnee.
You can always learn from these top-tier coaches. Even if they absolutely stomp you, you'll learn a few tricks from them at least.
Yeah, that's it. I just think it'd be just fantastic. I really would, you know. And obviously then you got the banter, all the good fun banter and all that sort of stuff. We get to play games where, you know, 9 out of 10 PC games you're playing, you get insulted and effing this, effing that, I wish you died of cancer and all that shit, as I always get, you know, thanks mate, you know, and I don't believe you are delaying scoring, you fuckwit. How dare you? And I'm like, I'm sorry, mate. You know, it's like 10-4. I ain't going to score till 10-7-8. That's called. That's not bad sportsmanship, sir. That is called tactics. If you're not going to get up and, you know,
that's why you're losing the game.
And it's like, oh yeah, but I've just said you can score. Yeah, I can score anyway, mate. I'll score my turn. If you don't like it, come and get me. Oh, well, I just think that's out of order. I hope you die of cancer. You're a bastard. And I'm like, okay then. Thanks for that. I'm still going to score 10, 7 or 8 though, you know, because that's the job. And because I just wouldn't score 10-4, he just give me a tirade of abuse. And then I had to get a bit of a power trip. I'll be honest. I had to do a bit of a power trip. I wasn't happy about it, but I said, look, mate, seriously, I'm an admin. Just shut the fuck up. Just play the game, or I'm going to get you banned. And he said to me, ha ha ha, you're not an admin. You can't get me banned. I know all the admins on the PC. I said, you're right, you've got me, I'm a PS4 admin. Oh, well, there you go then, so you can't get me banned. I said, yes, I can, mate. Anyway, he kept going on, and this, like, homophobic comments, racist comments, you know, it wasn't just the simple F you. And obviously,
no time for that.
No, and I told the admins, and then within, I don't know, a couple of minutes, he was banned. You know? And
they will learn.
You know, and that's the way it is. It's one of those things, and that's the sad thing about the PC is there is a lot of coaches out there where every time I play on it, it seems like if you're beating them, there's a lot of insults. I know there's this cop out where they're saying, oh yeah, because it's so easy to talk on all there. Yeah, but I can just quite easily message people. I could go type on. I mean, I've got PS4, PSN Messenger on my PC. I could type on there to the PS4 coaches, call them everything I want, but I don't. And I think that's the thing. That's the thing I like about the consoles to the PCs is that we seem to have a nice because it's not a big community. I suppose it's a nice tight knit community, and we all want to win.
Yeah, everyone knows everyone.
Yeah, everyone can get salty or everyone can moan like I can. But at the end of the day, we're all friends and we all get on. And I think that's something the consoles can be really proud of because you know that basically is.
There's very few proper hatreds on the consoles. Like,
Yeah, very.
I can't
very
really
rare.
name a player who truly hates another player.
I can't. I think is that TFG or whatever we call him. I don't think no one hates him, but they're not too keen on him, are they? But I think that's probably the.
Like I say, I don't mind. Whenever I play him, he seems one of these people who just tilts off the bat, and then it's a cheap win with no real casualties. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, Thomas is easy to get banned off him. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's easy to get banned on the PC as well. I mean, we have ban lists. Obviously, what do like every week or whatever. But obviously, if we want to ban someone straight away, we have the power to ban them, and that's on any of them. PC, PS4, Xbox, we can ban them just like that. It's not a problem. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it is a frustrating game, but there's no excuse for most of the stuff what goes on. Really isn't. There's banter, and then there's other stuff like racism, homophobic, and all that sort of stuff. It's just you just make yourself look like an
No
idiot.
place for that.
The way I always look at it is I would treat people how I would like them to treat me. And that's never sort of got me on the wrong foot, and that's how it should be. I just before I forget, I want to have a look at this team. What you mentioned, the little French fucks, Mohawk Mania's Battalion team, because you have been giving these a bit of a good rap.
It's an incredible team. I just cannot get through him. I think I've played him twice, and both times he's just smashed me.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. As everyone knows, I have a soft spot for Bretonians. Let's have a look. Ooh, so he's got 2 agility pieces. That's always helpful. A strength 4 blitzer as well. 3 guard pieces. Data player. Team values 18-20. Yeah, it's slightly high, but it's a good team. Leader reroll, so you have 4 rerolls. So it's good.
Just those blitzers with sidestep and fend and things. It's hard to pin down, and he does some crazy plays.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's
I mean, his record kind of speaks for itself. He doesn't really lose with them.
Wow. 15 wins, 5 draws, 2 losses. Yeah. Problem is, though, he's played way too many games. He just wants to play 6 games, keep undefeated, get to the final. That's what he should be trying to do. He's played way too many games to do that now. That team looks way too good. Unlucky
the
death
people he's
balls.
lost against is Dodgers 11, which was Drick, I want to say.
There's no shame in that then.
And Space, the 2 people he's lost to.
Yeah, so again, the two of the better Xbox players. So, that just tells me he's obviously very good coach. Who obviously only sort of loses against, the big guns. But, he's good. Like I said, Bretonians are a very, very tough team to use. I mean, I think since they got the dodge as agility as a normal role, that has really helped them. And obviously,
the blitzers.
Obviously as well, they have one of the best star players in the world in Griff Oberwald. If they're down quite on TV, I love Griff. I just love him to bits. But they are a really good team, and I love. I mean, like we said off air, it's great to see these lesser teams like Bretonians, High Elves, what obviously Hunter's gone for. He's great.
Yep.
And
they're right up there, like first page.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good because we need to see that, I think, because obviously with all this killing, bashing stuff going about, it's good to see a team like that. Obviously we've got. I tell you another guy I don't know much about. I'm going to murder the pronunciation, but I do this all the time. Guti Saturn 45 or whatever you want to pronounce it. The Amazon team.
The Amazons.
Let's have a look at all the dice because Thomas is in the chat. So let's have a look at his team. All the dice. I wonder if that's a nod to a certain SL Hunter. Look. I think what I think there's. I'm sort of gutted that Space Magic didn't go Necro. Because I think he's a fantastic Necro player. So it's quite good to see Tomadus go Necro, because obviously he's another top-class coach. Looking at this team, let's see what we've got.
Likes the Lizards.
Werewolf has Sidestep and Movement 9, so that's a very nice piece.
Karen and Niggle.
Yeah, that's a shame. But he has regen, so that'll help. Guard on the 2 pieces there.
Bludging White.
Yeah.
With guard as well.
A nice 8 movement ghoul as well, so a bit of speed in this team. Dead player. So 3 rerolls, standard setup there. So again, looking good there. No enhancement. I've seen a lot of teams haven't picked on enhancements. 1866 are not bad there.
You see a stadium name as well.
Let's have a look. Hunter's Hard Drive. Crikey, that's beautiful. But he does, doesn't he? He gets all the roles as a hunter. Tell you what, if I had the roles Hunter did, I'd be about 5-time champion by now. I dream to have a dice like that. I really do.
Was Hunter using those halflings on PC? That would explain a lot.
I know, yeah. You know what? I was thinking something on them lines. I was like, God, he must be his twin or something. Because, I mean, you know, Mercifully was trying to convince me, saying, hey, halflings, they're really good halflings, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but mate, they really shouldn't be getting to the semi-final unless they had a really nice sort of draw the way.
Yeah, if it's a nice matchup and then some nice rolls can get them there.
Yeah,
but
and obviously
attrition should take them to next to nothing by the second round.
Well, yeah, but that's it. You've got an extra round as well, haven't you? So you think to get... I mean, obviously, the way I look at it is I have total respect for the guy who did it with the halflings, but at the same time, I had to be mischievous because of, obviously, all the ribbon the PS4 lads got for me getting to the final with my Bretts. I just couldn't resist giving it back because, obviously, halflings, that's a lot worse that getting to the semi-final because it's like people said, yeah, but Bernie, you got to the final. So, you know what? You got through more games. And I was like, no, you fuckwit. This now, it's an extra round. So that halfling team won as many games as I did. Because obviously it's an extra round now. So I said, you know, you can't do that. You know, and I don't know. I think it's great that halfling. I think it proves that if you get through as a halfling coach or a goblin coach, you've seen it.
You've still got a chance of getting money.
You've still got and that's the beauty of Blood Bowl, I think. You've still got the chance, haven't you? But again, Tommy,
as long as you've got that chance and it is proven now, it's a little bit of hope for players who want to use that team.
Yeah, and the thing is, as much as I rib the PC community, the thing is, they have a lot of really good players when it comes to the playoffs. Maybe in the player pool, you can get away with getting some good records against average players, but when you get to the playoffs, you're against the big guns like Sage and Arian and all them sort of stuff, aren't you? So if a coach can get a halfling team to the semi-finals in that Shark Tank, then surely people on the PS4 and the Xbox could do that as well. It's not impossible. And we saw Mutt on the PS4 last season get to the semi-finals with the Underworld. So, you know, it can happen. Yes. You do need more luck, let's be honest. You do need the rolls go your way a bit more with the lesser teams, but it can happen. You know.
Always a chance.
Yeah. So there you go. All the dice, pretty good team as well. Right. Let's see if nicely. I have. So usually what we do as well on the show is we obviously talk about a piece. But since we have you on board, I'd like you to give us a chat about Kislev. Because...
Okay.
I almost... You know what? I just pressed the wrong button there. I almost got a game going with my Kislev there. That would have been disastrous. There we go.
Yeah, I'll get my team up.
Yep.
Right.
What team? Let's see if I can get your team. Yeah, for some bizarre reason, I'm brain dead at the moment. I've actually gone to man. What is... not even played a game. Right, let's have a look. Champions Cup. Let's see if we can find Rambo's team. And what got to the semi-finals? So, you know, that is a very good achievement.
Yeah, they got lucky, very lucky against Space Magic and Captain Slacker. Like, Captain Slacker's Nurgle should have absolutely slaughtered me.
Yeah.
I just got very lucky at the end. Got the ball loose and managed to make a breakaway, but apart from that, he was thumping the life out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you say you got lucky against Space, and I don't think you did. I really don't. I mean, I'm not having that at all. I think Space played it wrong with the best 4-10s. I know, you're getting me in trouble with Space again now. You do it on badness. But he did. I mean, he said himself. The first 4-10s, he was just like hidden away somewhere. And then, yes, he did get a bit of bad luck with the dodges. But, you know, when you have bad luck like Space does, he should know this is going to happen. So it's like, you know what? What you should
make
pass.
A contingency plan.
And it's against Rambo as well. So you should know it's probably going to fail. So, you know, for doing like really hard dodges like a 3+ is never a good thing. So, I mean, and to be fair to Space, I mean, against when he's your Nurgle, I can understand a lot of stuff went wrong for him there. But I don't
Yeah,
think he
it
was
was
that bad
harsh.
against with his chaos. But obviously I didn't see the game against the Nagel. But hey, it is what it
The
is.
Nurgle, like to say,
Yeah.
Gareth should have absolutely spanked me. I think it was on something like 4 turns to the end. I managed to one dice pow a blodging ball carrier, get the ball and run off.
That's filthy. That's pure filth, Rambo. Have
But
you
that
no
was
shame?
literally my last roll of the dice,
Yeah.
so to speak.
But we said this though, didn't we? We said like desperate players. At the end of the day, they're the ones what usually work.
They sometimes play off as much as most times they won't. Sometimes they do.
Yeah, yeah, and it is
You just
what
have
it is.
to try
isn't
it.
You've got to try it. At the end of the day, if you're going down, go down swinging, and sometimes you get lucky and it works.
If it doesn't work, at least you're not regretting that you didn't even try it.
Yeah, I think we see a lot, don't we, where teams when they've lost or look like they've lost, they just give in. People and then they get slaughtered. Saying, I can't believe they didn't try something crazy. I don't think anyone ever has a go at someone when they play a crazy player because at the end of the day, it's your last chance.
If it's all you've got, you can't really criticize it. It's at least they're trying.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is what it is. You've just got to try it. So there we go. Had for strength 4 white with Might Blow die. My other werewolf died, obviously, and zombies getting MVP being a struggle. Yeah, Tomidus, I have been there. I have so been there with Necro. It is what it is, and it is brutal, isn't it? It is. But I mean, so let's just strip this back a bit. You've got a brand new team. This guy's got. Oh god, that was nasty. You've got a brand new team. How do you go about setting a team up? I mean, is there any particular way you do your rosters start off with? Like, do you have a set plan of how you go?
Kislev. I tried a good few different tactics. Like, I looked online and seen a few recommendations and then decided, bugger, I'm just going to ignore them and give it a try with what I want.
Yeah.
Which was, I think, went 2 blitzers, 2 catchers, 7 linemen, 4 rerolls. Ignore the apothecary.
Yep.
If you get through your first game, get that apothecary.
Yep.
Like, you want to start on a win, basically.
Yeah.
After that, you're saving up for blitzers, the other 2 blitzers, and after that, I was quite happy.
Yeah, I mean, you got some good rolls. I mean, I remember playing you. I don't know what team I had, but you was a pain in the backside, leaping in all the time.
It was your Chorfs.
Was it? Oh yeah, the little black ninjas.
Yeah.
Bloody pain in the backside.
One of my first games, and you absolutely ruined me.
Yeah, well, I do have that habit. I mean, the thing is, you see, if you're doing it wrong, mate, you need to play me in the playoffs, then you'll beat me. You just don't play me in the league. That's how people usually go. I'm a bit like Space. I can do it in the league, but play me about the quarterfinal time, semi-final. That's when I always mess up. So that's how you need to beat me.
Mess up or go all the way. Either way.
Yeah, I'll never go all the way. But like I said, I mean, it's good when I see teams like this because it does give the exposure of obviously of the competition because we see everybody go Chaos Dwarves or Chaos and stuff like that. I suppose it is harder when the better coaches go with these teams because it just makes it so much better. I mean, obviously, Space Magic yet again is ripping up. I mean, he can rip it up with anything, let's be honest, but obviously seeing him with Chaos Dwarves, like, oh, Space, couldn't you have gone smart? I don't know, maybe he knows.
Yeah, he used it before and he's very good with Chaos Dwarfs as well.
Yeah, but again, you see why you've got the money involved. That's what's going to happen. I mean,
I was going to say, I'll probably get him in the playoffs again, first round, as always.
Oh man, I think he'll have heart failure. I mean,
heart failure.
if you get him again and you knock him out again, I am not even going to talk to him because he will be ready to explode. I'll be like, do I really want to stream this match? Really? Do I? I think. Oh, but man, I mean. Whoever gets me, will have a nice bye first round, I'm sure. But yeah,
you got this.
Oh yeah,
but no, Kislev, the way they work out as well, I found they're an absolute mare to play to start out with.
Yeah,
because they've got no blocking or wrestle.
Yeah.
Once you start getting some touchdowns spread about with all your people and MVPs, and you get even once you got blodge on your catchers, block on your blitzers, and wrestle on your linemen. Yeah. Much better team than they are to start out with. Like, don't be put off with how difficult they are to start with, how frustrating they are.
Yeah,
It does pay off.
I've spoke to a few people and I've had a little dabble with them, and it does seem you've got to hang in there, because when they get to like the 17, 18, 1900s, they are crazy. Because like I said, most of them have got wrestle. You might get a few stats like you had a bloody what is it, strength 4 agility 4 piece. I mean, Jesus Christ! I mean, he just bops in there, slaps someone silly, and if you can get guard on, say, I don't know, an agility 4 piece as well, you can put the guard piece in, then blitz and get 2 die.
Yeah,
but
the nice thing is your catchers, I wanted to get doubles on both of them so they could both jump in on 2s.
Yeah.
On top of that, I had my agility 4 blitzer, who luckily got that, so you can have guard as well.
That's the thing, is it's just trying to keep
easier.
them alive, isn't it? It's trying to keep them alive, because
that's the hardest part.
That's the problem. Because like I say, I've noticed, because even when I played against them, they break. And majority of them are right, so they're average, but they just seem to break so much.
They're fragile players for some weird reason.
And people say, no, it's because you're leaping. It's like, yeah, but when I play them, it's not the leaping what gets them. It's the bloody hits, They just keep getting hit. And obviously, a lot of them are only agility 3, so they have the same problem as nurses. They can't really dodge your way, because sod's low, you dodge your way, fail, you dodge, and then you injure yourself. I do like them, though, because it's probably the best team to give you a chance every turn. Because even if you only have one player left on the team, you can still dive in there on a 3 or 4 plus, and
you can still roll some dice and see what happens. You've always got that chance.
Yeah. So
and I'd say, having played them for a good few matches, they are a very fun and rewarding team to use.
Yeah,
like,
and that's
you feel so proud of yourself when you do some weird play and it works out. Like, yeah, go on, little man.
That's it, though, isn't it? That is the thing. It's like it is fun. They seem a fun team, and I like to say, I've only played them a few times, and when I have, I've always had a laugh with them. Always had a laugh with them. Just diving about and doing stuff, and it's good. It was good to see that obviously they got a high profile, and also on the PC Cup, the Kislev got to the semi-finals on that as well. They only just lost apparently. So it's good to see teams like this say, look, you know what, you don't always have to go the kill route. There is other teams out there, and like I said, you made the money. That guy made the money. The Hearthling guy made the money. So, there's these teams.
Well, that's it. It's not always big teams.
No.
I mean, Wood Elves were only just there with Glasshammer.
Yeah.
Skaven didn't even make it.
No.
Some of the better teams were just wiped out first round sort of thing.
Yeah. So, it's
always worth a try.
It's good to see that. And like I said, I just wonder, though, if there was no cash involved, would we see a lot more variety? Because, it's a lot of people want to win money. So they go with the best percentage, and people think kill teams are the best percentage. It's not worked out like that.
But at the same time,
but,
they'd have to kind of argue that, just because when you think about it, you've got some top players going kill teams and things, taking the top spots. If you're not one of those if you're not one of those players on that level, you'll look at what you can qualify with and go one of them, and it'll just filter its way down, or someone will just go, right, I don't have time to get 40 games in, I'm going to go Kislev, fire in 20, and just qualify with that.
Yeah. SL Hunter is in the chat saying, "Who is the guest?" ? I can't believe he's asking. I tell you what,
I'm wounded.
It's one of your big players, Hunter. It's one of your champions. It's Rambo. Rambo is in the booth with me. I tell you what, no respect.
Hi, Hunter.
You win a championship and they just don't know who you are. I tell you what, sad days.
Well, I've lost the next one, so I'm back to ignominy.
Yeah, I always say though, until someone's took that crown off you, you're still the champ. Until someone wins a final, so to me, you're still the champ. All the roles. Oh, he's saying you've got all the roles. That's why.
All right.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go. I get involved in that one.
I mean, I've not even beat him this season, so what's he talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. There was a theory that since the patch he'd lost his magic. Apparently, I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, I heard that. But I've yet to see it because he's got high elves right up there with a high TV.
Filthy high elves, isn't it? I tell you.
Pretty unscratched considering the number of kill teams kicking about.
Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? It's like maybe, he's got this special admin power or admin dice rolls and stuff. Well, get him there. Something
just
like that.
Just a switch that, turns his sixies up.
Okay. Yeah, that wouldn't be quite bad. I can see you've gone back to your bloody Nagel. I'm not quite dead yet, so shame on you, Mr. Rambo.
Well, it was open. There was absolutely no one on Nurgle, so it was like, okay, I can't let the team down. Like, let's go Nurgle. Everyone's going Chaos this season. I'll go something else. And then, sure enough, started them. went away for a little while, come back on, and Glasshammer's right behind me with Nurgle.
It always happens like that. Always happens like that. I mean, on the PS4, obviously, I've not been. I mean, people think I've been on there, but I haven't. I've played hardly any games, and I thought, you know what, Norse. Nobody's gone Norse. I'll go Norse, and then bugger me. I play a few games of Norse, and all of a sudden, there's about 5 people playing Norse at the same time. Norse Hunter, mate. Seriously, Norse. They are hardcore, aren't they? Bloody hell. I've never, ever swore so much in my life than playing with Norse. I can't dodge, because if I do, they end up killing themselves or injure themselves. They don't do enough damage. And, yeah, I my last game, when they finally lost my undefeated tag, I had, I think, 3 players left on the pitch. So they are hardcore, really are. I just can't do them. But it's always good to try different teams out. And... yes.
I was Norse at the start of the season, to be fair.
Was ya? How did they go? Dare I ask?
Got a touchdown with a Yeti, even.
Ooh. I tell you what, my Yeti, first roll he got a double. I never get doubles on big guys, so I've got block on my Yeti. I was like, yeah, he's really, really, really good now. I'm going to blitz, and... no, I don't roll a 1. I just roll a double skull. Yeah, cheers, man. And knocks himself out. I was like, wow, yeah. I waited like 3 seasons for a big guy to get blocked. You get it. And the first freaking thing I do, and I'm like, oh, he's going to roll a 1, but I have to blitz him because it's the best thing to do. And, oh, yeah, double skulls. Like, yeah, thanks for that, mate. Yeah, thanks. I've waited 3 seasons for that, and you've just knocked yourself out. And he never came back. So, very nice.
Sure enough.
Sure enough, as it goes. But, yeah... there was, I'll tell you what was interesting. There was, I spoke to one of the Xbox coaches, and he was on about the length of the season. So obviously, I said I won't mention the guy's name, but I said to him, look, I'll put it in the admin chat and see what they say, even though I knew what I was going to say. And he was like, 6 weeks is way too long. We played this bloody thing, first 3-4 weeks, it's really, really busy in the Xbox thing, and then it dies a horrible death. Can't we, do it less? Obviously, most of the admins were like, whoa, no. Most admins thought it was okay. Some of the PC admins were saying, nah, I've had people saying it's too short. I'm like, really? Too short? It ain't bloody too short, 6 weeks. And, basically some admins were saying, look, it'd be just too much more work, because obviously, we're almost at the point now where a new season is going to start, and we've still got finals to be played. I mean, the Xbox thing is they've still got their finals to be played. The PS4 final is yet to be played. People who want to know, that is on my stream on Monday, 10 a.m. in the morning, GMT time. That is the craziest time, but I will be there with kind of a big deal. Mercifully was my co-announcer for that game. So you know what? If it was like 3 weeks, we'd be having so many bloody playoffs for different bloody things, it'd probably get confused. But, I mean, would you like to see it shortened? Even if it's by a week, or are you quite happy with the 6 weeks?
No. I am a firm believer in the 6 weeks. I like it because, just for the short time I've been here, so take my kids live again, for example, they were ruined at the start, ruined at the middle, and then they only really came into themselves at the end. Yeah. And that was playing constant. You need that space to actually have a ruined team rebuilt kind of thing, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't have an issue. I think 6 weeks is about where it should be. And I think Hunt, I don't know if he's in chat, but I think Hunter was saying on Facebook that actually there has been games being played, and it's not too bad on the Xbox. Yeah, it's still playing.
So,
I've had, 4 matches today.
Oh, there you go. And you got high TV as well. That is a high TV, so that...
Yeah, I'm the highest TV in the game at the moment. Well, in the season, I think.
So, if you look at that, then obviously there is certain, But I will say this, though. I do think a lot of teams do not spin because of it's mainly kill teams you play against. But,
well, no doubt.
As the thing is, as I've always said, and obviously I lost my Underworld killer today to High Elves. And I my philosophy is this, look, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If you just play. Just play. It's just the way it is, and just pray that, Nuffle likes your bravery and looks after you. But
I mean, even when you're injured, the odds are against you getting something bad. Is the way I look at it. I mean, 50% chance of being out for that game, an extra 1 in 6 of being out next game, and then it gets into the rough territory.
Yeah, I mean, even with Norse today, like I say, I had 2 players left. He injured so many of them, but I was lucky that they was all badly hurt. You know, so, obviously, as you just see, my Underworld killer just got dead, and then got a niggling injury.
And then you look at what you did to him, and it was like 4 just badly hurts.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the way the game is, and I just think it is what it is, isn't it? You just gotta do it. I mean, I don't think
you just have to learn to move with it.
Yeah. I mean, just do what I do. Just moan like a bitch, but then just get on with it. It just I always think it's best way of doing it. It happens. I mean, like I've said many times on the talk shows before, there's games where we have good fortune, but we always forget about them because they're not important. Because we just want to bitch about when
you remember the bad ones.
Yeah, because that's the ones we remember, don't we? But I do say there is a problem with kill teams. I really do. But I can't see how we're going to get rid of it. The only way we'd get rid of it, and I've said this before, is either do a new money structure for the competition or nerf piling on. But it seems like they just don't want to do that. You know, it is what it is. We just got to give as less hits as possible.
Always try and minimise. Run away if possible. You're better getting hit by the ground than a mighty blow claw piece.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? That's all you can basically just pray. And I think things like, like say, if you're like Wood Elves and stuff like that, I don't think it's as bad because, you know what, you can, your agility force, and more times than not, especially when you've got Blodge, it's a 2+ with a built-in reroll, so you really shouldn't be giving that many hits on. It's other teams, I suppose, like your Orcs and Dwarfs, but they're bash teams anyway, so you can't give much sympathy for them. Well, you can't, they're bash teams as well, it's just that they've run into a bigger fish.
Nope.
I feel sorry for teams like Norse because obviously, they can be
it's a rough time for them.
Agility 3,
the same thing.
It's like, but they can claw them whack.
And their armor 7, so claw's absolutely useless against them. There's 3 players in the entire team that affects.
Yeah. Hunter's like saying, people need to get over kill team. Seriously, this is Blood Bowl. I think we might have hit his nerve. But people do
that's
though,
why we
Hunter.
love Hunter.
People do though. And I know what you're saying, but what I'm going to say to you, Hunter, is this. Nobody else gets all the rolls. So you can survive against the kill teams because you roll. Your rolls are like sweet smell of roses. But it does put people off. Whether you agree with it or not, people get put off by kill teams. It's as simple as that. And
everyone has bad spells, and if you're in one of them and haven't dealt with it before, it can be very, very off-putting.
Yeah. I had Gimblick, who's an admin on the PS4. He somehow, by some miracle, got himself into a wildcard spot. But his team just wasn't there, so he had to play that, as we all have done, that extra game, and he ran into one of the most scariest Chaos kill teams, and smack dead, smack. Team got wrecked. So 3 weeks of hard work, or whatever it was, gone. And it wasn't because the guy was better than him, it was just, bing, bing. And it's like, but don't give him as many hits. Yeah, well, you know what? This guy knows how to play. He was giving 1 to 2 hits a turn maximum, but it doesn't matter because every time he hit, he was getting all the rolls and it was going off the pitch. And, and Gimlick is one of the more happy-go-lucky guys. He can get nuffled and he's just like, well, that's the way life goes. And where to me, I'd be weeping. But even he was like, for God's sake, I've done all that hard work to get there, running to yet another kill team, and my team's now completely wrecked. I didn't base him up, I didn't do this, I did, the minimum. And the thing is, he had Griff in his team, go Griff, and he got a draw, but his team was just a molten lava, he was just melted. So when people like Hunter's like, oh God, I'm fed up of seeing these kill teams, blah, blah, blah. He's used to it. He plays Norse. So every time he plays even Wood Elves, they're like a kill team to him. So he's got it built in him that, every team's dangerous because he's armor 7. But for majority of other...
Everyone's out to get him.
Yeah, but out of every other coaches, they're not used to losing 4 or 5 players, every 3-4 games. It just, because that's what does happen. So, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm just telling you what people say. Hunter knows that. And I think the only thing I've got against kill teams is that it does stop other people playing games or playing more games. And as a community, we try to play more games. It is Blood Bowl. There is a clue in the name that there should be a lot of killing. I get it. But I have a problem that the game, what Games Workshop made, the rules state, piling on should be nerfed. but we still play without it. That's, to me, is not fair. And don't forget, I play kill teams. I've had Chaos teams, I've had Nagel teams, I had very scary Plague Ridden Cowboys team in the MML, where I used to cause carnage, complete and utter carnage in the in the Private League, and people were getting upset because it was like, well, you know what, Bernie, we might be able to beat you, but we're scared that our beloved team, there'll be not left of them. You know, and it's like, and it was true. Some, my team was always up there, casualties a lot, and that, I'd have Skaven players coming in with their brand new legendary players trying to get into a cage, and I just go bang, dead. And I felt really bad. I felt really bad. In a way, I was like, well, you should be coming into my cage. How dare you come into my cage? You come into my house going on a stretcher sort of thing. But in the end, I had to retire the team because people were crying about it, and I was getting a bit of, not hate, but, the next rung down from there in the Private League saying, oh, this is not the sport, this is not sportsmanship. It's like, oh yeah, but you've got these 1-turners, point and click and score, so I grind for 7-8-10s to score a touchdown if I'm lucky. All you've got to do is point and click, 2+2+, I've scored. So, surely that's
when it comes to the knockout phase, then you can be as killy as you want. If you can't get enough touchdowns in time, it's game over. You're having one round.
Yeah. And like I said, it's only been of late, obviously, you was the first coach to ever win with a kill team. It's only been this season where we've had our last season on the PS4, we had a Case Dwarf team what won, but he had a really good set of matches, and his dice were just hot. And then we've had, what did we have? Oh, you won with Nagel, and then I think the PC, they had a Case Dwarf team what won it this season. So, and we've got a Case Dwarf team in the PS4 finals. I think Case Dwarfs are more of a problem than the bloody kill teams.
They seem to be going that way.
They seem to have more.
I don't understand why.
To have more success.
I don't mind them. Like, playing against them, I've never ever minded Chaos Dwarves. They never struck me as a massively killy team unless they get some crazy rolls with doubles on all their dwarfs.
Hunters,
even then it's unlikely, and they're a pretty slow team.
What do you think of this? Hunters saying, you know who especially hates kill teams? Teams who have 2,000 TV but try to do it with only 11 players.
That's very true. People get upset if they don't have any reserves at all.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've always been a big believer, whatever team, I could have a full team of Armour 11 and I will still want a bench, because that's just the way I am.
Yeah.
I always like to have a bench.
I'm much the same. I always like at least 2 players, depending on who I am.
Yeah, that's not because I just want to foul all the time, because it isn't. I just know that things happen and you lose players, and as soon as you lose play, especially with basher teams, if you've only got 7-8 players against a nimble team, they'll run rings around you, so that's why I like a bench. It is a valid point, Hunter. If you've got a really souped up 2,000 TV team with all these lovely players, and then you go against a kill team, then it's going to be scary. But at the same time, if you've got 2,000 TV with 11 players, most of them will have really good skills like blodge and stuff like that anyway. So, it is. I don't know. When else beat you, they beat you on the scoreboard more times than not. So it doesn't. You don't really lose players, so you can accept that. It's just that when these Chaos teams or the Chaos Dwarf teams or whatever kill team, they have a going day. As Cass would say, when he brings his bucket sixes, they can literally wipe our team, and that's just the way it is, and that can put people off. That'll never change. But
no, if you took that out of the game, then you've made Madden. There's very little point.
Yeah, like I said, the only thing I have an issue is when it puts people off.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But at the same time, if you're put off that easily, you shouldn't be playing a dice game.
Yeah.
In my opinion, just because dice you have to accept are random. You will get bad times. You will get very good times.
Yeah. Absolutely. Sorry, I'll just.
So you need to be of that kind of mindset for this kind of game. I feel that's the difference between this and the likes of Call of Duty, FIFA. It's all skill. There's not really a random element. Yeah, absolutely. I know it's like a broken record, and I can understand Hunter going, frustrated that this thing comes up all the time. But when it affects your community, when you got new players or players
who've been playing the game, I don't know, 3 months, and they had this pride of joy and, yeah, I'm going to make the plays for the first time ever. I'm so happy. And then, they come into a kill team. Boom. Lose 3 players or whatever.
Yeah.
People, whether you agree with it or not, some coaches get really upset when they lose their best players. It's as simple as that.
Well, I can understand it. Once again, happened to Manergo the first season, happened to Makislev the second.
But the thing is,
the important thing is just to pick yourself up and keep going.
But not everybody has that mindset, do they? That's the thing. It's like it will put people off. That's the issue I have, is when people just give up the game because. But again, you know,
at the same time, if you get people who play elves and roll 6 ones in a row to pick up the ball, they'll split the dummy and give up. Like say, it's a random game. You really have to accept the bad with the good.
Yeah.
Like, so I completely don't mind getting smashed by any team you want. Like halflings. When I played, there's a team called Vasily this season.
Mm-hmm.
Played him. Turn 16. Halfling. 2 dice uphill. Hit my killer Pestigore. Dead.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I lost 2-1. To halflings.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that goes both ways. You just have to accept when things aren't going your way and move on and keep going.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll have a moan about it. I'm honest. I'll have a bitch about it. I mean, I wasn't happy I lost my killer today after what I did to his team. I think I was more frustrated the apothecary yet again didn't work, but I'll get on with it. It's as simple as that. It's happened. There's nothing you can do about it. Stop being a bitch about it. Get on with it. And you know, that was a high elf team. That wasn't a kill team. That was a high elf team fouled me. You know, it 10-16. The bloody coward. I love him though. Don't you worry.
There's always the odd of it happening. You just have to accept it.
It's just Blood Bowl. If you can't accept the swings of Blood Bowl, then you're playing the wrong game, because people say FIFA is a rage game. No, that's got nothing on Blood Bowl. Not when you've sweated for 6 weeks and then you have one bad game. And we've all had it. Space has had it. I've had it. I'm sure everybody. You had it in your semi-final.
I've had it plenty of times.
And that's just the way it is. And you've just got to accept it. You've just got to accept that's going to happen, I'm afraid. And that basically is Blood Bowl. So there you go. So are you happy with the way the format is at the moment? Just quickly.
Yeah, I've got no problem at all. I quite like how it's run. It's why I've stuck around. It's that good a game, in my opinion. Because I mean, Christmas and things got given a couple new games to play. Haven't even installed them. Still playing this. Yeah.
I mean that's the problem I had, because obviously I you know, as I said earlier on the show, Space Match was saying, I thought the show was dead, and it's not. I have just been just because a lot of people didn't want to work over Christmas. I've just been snowed under with work. Honestly, I've been working maybe 5 days out of 7. Obviously, I've not had the time, and that's why I tried to get a Blow in the Box show done just before Christmas. But as I expected, everybody was busy doing Christmas stuff, as you'd expect.
Sure enough.
I'm probably not going to qualify for the PS4. I think I'm hanging by a thread with my Underworld on the Xbox. So it's not like I've been like playing on one system, not the others. I just haven't had the time. So obviously, as soon as I could get this done, Blow in the Box, I've got it done now as we're doing now. So I am hopefully, now Christmas is over, I will be getting back into the swing of things where we'll have a show every week. And like I said, it's a lot easier though, guys, if you guys can come on and say, yeah, I'll come on the show, or if you've got any ideas for the show, because I'm hoping to tweak it next week to try and bring some new things into the show, but I just didn't have time this week. So I am going to try and improve it. And then, like I said, I'm hoping something what I've really annoyed for myself, what I am being able to do just due to time constraints, is streaming. I haven't streamed a game. This is my first stream I've done in about 2 weeks. Well, it's not like me, so I've not been able to stream anything. I've missed out on a few PS4 announcing games, and obviously on the Xbox. So hopefully,
I've missed my fixies.
Yeah, it is. So some of you will be like, "Yay, he's back," and some of you are like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, I thought we got rid of him." So sorry for them people. It's just the way it is. So yeah, we will be back, and it should be all good fun. But yeah, I do need you guys to help me out if you want the Blow in the Box show doing, because a lot of the time is when people say, "I can't believe it's late again." Most of the time is I can do it. I just don't have a co-announcer, because some of the guys they'll do it, but they don't like doing it because they like to listen to other people who haven't been on before or whatever. So,
Also, I think one of the other problems is people are quite polite and won't jump on. I think you should just start calling people out.
Yeah. Or threaten everyone.
Like, just come on.
Yeah, if you don't come on, I'm going to get cast on. So you
Jeff Newman, here.
Yeah, he should be. I don't know what my dog Bernie's just come in and he's whining. What? Just looking at me like he's just been like shot or something. Is there fireworks out there, Sunshine? I've got a little staffy and he's just whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's it. We need to start getting some of these other ones. So if you want a certain coach on, you guys have got to tell him, get on that show, and then I'll quite happily get them on. It's always good to have
right
new
next
people.
week. Hero Jones.
Yes, Hero Jones, get yourself on this show.
Seeing as he's in the final, out of shock.
Yeah. I want to get
I don't think
Sylvester on as
anyone's
well. I want to get Sylvester on my show as well. So Sylvester, you're on my show, Sunshine. Get yourself on it. And
just start calling people out.
Do you know what we should be doing? We should be asking them before we get them on. Look, do you know a lot about Blood Bowl? Because the quiz, after Mutt sabotaged the Xbox by beating you guys with the PS4 crew. The PS4 crew are actually in the lead, and they got, if my memory serves me correctly, they got 3 right in this week's show. So in a minute we'll be obviously doing your quiz. So you've got to get past 3, mate, to get it back.
That's not too bad.
No,
I mean, I got 6 last time.
I don't know. You know what you're doing. Essen said, I would like to see Pal on slightly nerfed, but it's not currently, and we're all playing the same rules. And while it's still so popular, just to make sure you've got Fowlers ready to punish him while he's on the ground. Yeah, that happened to Mark Killer.
Well, that's true.
Earlier.
As long as you got dirty players, it's always a scary prospect to use piling on.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back, but you've lost my Pram though. Sorry, Pram. What are you saying about Pram? I don't get what he's saying, but hey. V Power V, you'll do PS4 with Bernie. Right, that's good. Right, that's it. V, you're on next show. I'm trying it. If you can do Sunday V Power, that would be helpful. But I can do Monday, but I've got a final to do on Monday, so let me know, V. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it is what it is, and I would like to see Pal on there because I think it should. And I think the game would be better for it, and I do believe you will get a lot of better, balanced Chaos teams as well. I'd like to think a few of us have proven that you can get quite far with a Chaos team without piling on. I mean, I got to the semi-finals with no piling on, so it can be done.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get what Hunter's saying. Yeah, but we all play by the same rules, so yeah, that's fair enough. But at the end of the day, I just think such a big thing like that has been took out the tabletop. But we still have it on the on the game. Is it too hard for them to take out? Because if it's a case of we just don't want to take out because we think it's awesome, I'll be like a bit more disappointed, to be honest. I think you should get rid of it, But hey, it is what it is.
You find if you got rid of it, you might end up getting an overabundance of the likes of elves playing because there's no real threat to them anymore.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing. I just like to see more variety. I think what would happen though, we'd get to see a lot more Chaos Dwarfs. But to be honest, we got so much of that already anyway. We have on the PS4 anyway. That it's just
Xbox isn't too bad for Chaos Dwarfs.
I've noticed that it's not as bad as what we've got. Here's a challenge. For the admins on the Xbox. Because you know what, I've been roped into this, so I'm going to try and do my best to rope the Xbox admins into this. Mercy Flushers, they know they're kind of a big deal PS4 admin. Talked to me about 3-4 weeks ago, and when we was talking about trying to get some of these lesser played teams the spotlight they deserve. And when he said that, I thought, the guy on the Xbox who would be brilliant at this was obviously Hunter, because he gets all the roles, so he can win with any team. Anyway, Mercy Flush has given us this challenge. It's a challenge for the admins on the PS4. Basically, he has said we have to take a vampire team and play a minimum of 20 games with it and see how far you get. So that is basically that's a challenge. So it would be good if the Xbox admins could do a similar challenge just to try and show that you can do well with these teams. Or if they think that, if they're very brave, they could even take up the vampire challenge for the admins, see if they can do better than the PS4 vampire teams. So maybe, see if the Xbox admins are better than the PS4 admins. There's a challenge for you. So I've never played vampires before. Have you played vampires, Rambo?
I had I've had a couple shots of them, and they don't really agree with me. I find them too frustrating and too easily broken.
Yeah,
It might be the same as Kislev, where if you stick in with them, they get really, really good. But I just didn't have the patience for that at that time.
apparently
But I
Hunter
noticed
said he said he
Big
had,
D Burrows is using them quite a lot this season.
yeah, Hunter said I don't have tons of time to play. That's fine, buddy. But he said I had a Vampires team last season. Oh, yeah, we got VG Purist in the chat. Hey, up, that's it. Stop talking about PC. We're in trouble. VG's here. Yeah, the PC. Definitely the master race. They're brilliant, the PC players. Best they are. We love them to bits. We wish we were so good, don't we, lads? We wish we was as good as them.
Yeah, we wish you'd come on Xbox.
Yeah. We need you. We need you, VG. We need you on the Xbox or even the PS4. You know, so you can whoop me ass and then I can learn to play properly. Because VG is obviously all mess inside is one of the better players. But yeah, I mean, nice to see you in this chat. But to tell you what, mate, if any PC guy sees you in my chat, this is a console stream chat, mate. Are you got a death wish? VG, mate, if I see you in this is like, you know, going on the peasant wagon or something. You shouldn't be seen with us low-lifes. Dear me, man, get yourself... Someone hard him from it, you know. Dear me, they'll have a mental breakdown, the PC lot, if they saw one of their best streamers in here.
Gosh, and have you seen what he's writing? He says, console Blood Bowl's best Blood Bowl.
Oh, you know what? There you go. You see, I've always. I mean,
Good
he
lad.
knows what he's talking, though, doesn't he? He understands when a halfling team got to the semi-finals of the PC that they'd lost they'd lost the master race tag. They'd lost it. You know.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, though, it would be awesome if someone like VG came to the consoles. I mean, yeah, he would be probably one of those coaches, to be fair, who would rip it up on the on the consoles. But it would be great as an exposure. Maybe we can give them Cass and we get VG. That seems a good trade. That seems quite a good trade.
That seems a good trade.
Maybe we should do that. Yeah, that sounds good. But yeah, it's good to see VG anyway, buddy. So you know, it is what it is, isn't it? At the end of the day, I personally think they should nerf piling on because that's what the tabletop have done. But then again, I mean, I don't know all the rules on the tabletop. Maybe there's loads of new rules. So then people say, well, if you've nerfed that, then you've got to do this, and you've got to do this, and you've got to change this, and you've got to change that. So I can sort of understand maybe that's why they don't want to do it.
Well, I mean, I play the tabletop quite a lot, and not a huge amount has changed. It's just mainly that the MVPs, they brought out some extra rules for different refs and pitches and things, but they're optional. It's mostly the same game in its core.
I must admit, I did read a bit about the saying you can argue with a ref. I thought that would just be so funny just to do. I don't care if it sends me the player off or lose, whatever it is. I just have this vision of going up to the referee and just swearing and saying, you know, pleading your case that I shouldn't be sent off.
If you have a head coach, you roll a dice whenever you're getting sent off.
Yeah.
On the roll of a 6, you argue it. No need for a bribe or anything.
Fantastic.
And I think it's if you roll a 1, you can't use the brilliant coaching ever again. You always lose that.
Yeah, well, I like that. I just like the fluff of it.
Yeah.
VPAL V
That's
is
the other
saying...
thing is...
Go on, sorry. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say the brilliant coaching and cheering fans is a D3 roll now instead of a D6.
Oh, okay. I thought it was still...
Which is a bit interesting.
I see. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I get what you mean now, yeah. VPAL was just saying what I said earlier in the show about the MVP. He says that MVP rule should come in where basically you pick between the three teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, the three players.
Teams, yeah.
I like that.
It is a nice rule.
Some people
it
hate
helps you
it.
develop some players who are struggling. But
Yeah. I can't remember who it was. I was on the PS4 going, oh yeah, I love this rule. And he bit me head off and going, that rule's like Satan. That should never happen. You know, how dare they bring that into it? How dare they? All it helps is the bloody kill teams. And I was like, whoa. It's designed to stop bloody star players and people who die. Get it? I'm just the messenger. Oh, well. Oh, you pissed me off now, Bernie. Whoa, that's for your opinion. I only said I liked it.
that sounds like a PC player.
He wasn't though. No, he was a PS4 player. And he was
Undercover.
Like, whoa, yeah, that's it. He was undercover. Absolutely, I'll go with that. I was like, whoa, calm it. Jesus Christ, I wouldn't like to see me if he's had a bad game on Blood Bowl. Bloody hell. But yeah, he didn't like it, and I was like, wow, you're the only person who doesn't like it, but I will remember that for the rest of my life. Thanks very much. So yeah, I mean, I like it. And I think if you nerf the piling on, then obviously I'd like it even more. But I think it's basically there for like Black Hawks and Saurus and, you know, for things what, you know, don't get XP that easy to try and get them up. bit more. I mean, I think you said as well, like, it may be abused where they'll just have these 3-4 super duper players. But as like SL Hunt says, if they run into a kill team, they're going to go after them players. And most of the other teams are, and when they've lost them players, then
they're back to crap.
Yeah, the team's bang average. So, it is what it is. And someone saying about flesh golems, that's another thing what it could be doing.
Yeah, they'd be a bit of an issue.
V-Power V says the loner that Darts 10-2 always gets it. Yep. Or the worst player on the team always gets it. Apart from our bloody troll, who just seems not to get anything. But yeah, it is, isn't it? It is gonna be. I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they'll ever change it. If I'm being brutally honest, I think that'll come out.
If they did, would it cause more uproar than if they hadn't, sort of thing?
I don't think so. I mean, even Cass was saying he wouldn't have a problem if the nerf piling on. And I think a lot of KS teams have said the same. To be fair, because it is out in the thing rules. I think personally.
I mean, I play kill teams and really wouldn't miss it hugely.
No, I like I said, I didn't use them last season, or this season. If you don't take piling on, you can take things like tackle, guard, but make it a better balanced team. I think we saw with Cass's KS team when they went against them Wood Elves. They were so unbalanced that he played really well, but he had no chance against them.
You can
and you need balance as much as you need killing. There's going to be times when you're going to hit and you're just not going to get the removals, so you need the things like tackle and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, if you've got Mighty Blow, Claw, and piling on, and you're against a blodger, you're not going to hit him down that often.
Yeah.
So
unless you get that pow, you're not getting him.
Yeah, exactly. So it is what it is. And Thomas has said MVP will definitely help new teams compete quicker in a low populated spin. I totally agree with that. That is
very true.
That is another thing.
Instead of having about 8 players with 5 SPP, you can actually get a few leveled up to get more touchdowns for your team and such. Yeah,
I mean let's have a look. Got £2 on. Yeah, to get £2 on Miogas. Yeah, that's awesome. I personally think the easy way they could have done it is basically if you take Mighty Blow, you can't take Claw, or if you take Blow, you can't get piling on. Something like that. That's basically what I would have thought. But you know what? Without playing devil's advocate here, the reason. You know why I think they're not going to do this? Why they're not going to change it with pile and all that sort of stuff? I think that will come in on Blood Bowl 3. Yes, pay loads of cash and you can get the up-to-date rules. Blood Bowl 3, only £500 plus payment for DLC. I think that's what they'll say. I think to be fair, I'm a big fan of Cyanide.
It's a selling point. Because at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't mind paying the DLCs. I really don't. I appreciate they've got to make money. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah. But I would have a problem if I had to pay for Blood Bowl 3 just to get the new rules. The new rules should be in Blood Bowl 2.
But at the same time, what would make Blood Bowl 3 more unique than this one? Because this one is nice graphics, everything works. What's their selling point for Blood Bowl 3?
I tell you what, but I don't know about people in the chat. I mean, I'll probably get shut down for this. Well, no, nothing different there. But I would love to see, like, new races, new teams. Bretonians, they was a good new team. Khorne, although I don't like what they did with Khorne, it was still another new team. I
didn't like them.
No, but how about Slanesh? Tzench, I'm sure they could do something funky with that. I think on one of the things, into a team made up of gorillas or something with orangutans and stuff like that. That seems like, an awesome team as well.
That's another thing with the new tabletop as well. They've got the Dugout app thing where they release a couple new teams as well. They've got like Savage Orc team where all the orcs have frenzy and things, and then you get another team that's almost like Bretonians. I think it's the Privateers or something where you get bodyguards and princelings and stuff.
Oh, wow, really?
A couple nice teams.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the way you should do it. I mean, if I'm Cyanide, I'd be saying to Games Workshop, please, can we just have new teams? Can we just make new teams? It still wouldn't affect the game boards, but, just make our own teams up. They could play test them, they could balance them. To me, that would be just awesome.
It would definitely bring more players on any account, like old and new.
And they'd make money by DLC, wouldn't they? Who wouldn't want to play a team full of gorillas, monkeys, and orangutans? I bloody would. Hell, sign me up straight away. I don't care if they're rubbish or not. I'd still play them. Or like you said,
is that not just hairy orcs?
A Savage Orc team with all that frenzy. That'd be
Savage Orc. There's also a Slayer team.
Slayer team. Oh well, there you go.
Yeah, there's some brittle ones. Some of them look very, very good on
Yeah.
paper, but I've never tried them yet.
My biggest bugbear though with Cyanide, and it's one of the very few things I hate them for, well not hate, but they're really annoying me with, is when are we going to get Chaos Pact? For the love of God. I remember when they came up with, was it Chaos Edition? I'm like, woohoo! I finally get to play Chaos Pact. Yes! And then it's like, there is no Chaos Pact. And I look at it and think, this says it's the Chaos Edition. Where's Chaos Pact? We don't have it. Why don't you have it? And they still don't have it. And I still, to the life of me, every other team has been in Blood Bowl. And to my knowledge, Chaos Pact is actually an official team. So why are they not in Blood Bowl? And nobody can answer it to me. Nobody. No admins, no Cyanide, no one. No one can say to me
They're
why.
a very good team as well. I mean, they have access to everything on their
It's a lot of fun.
chaps, and then 3 big guys and one of everyone else.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I don't know how good they are. I don't think they're overpowered or nothing like that. I just think, the amount of salt I could probably get with a Minotaur, a Troll, and an Ogre would be amazingly fun. Oh, look.
It's one of those ones that's much like the Ogre team, though, because you got 3 guys who need to roll the dice before they even move.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then everyone else is average to start with, but then get better as they get skills.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, you got animosity.
Yeah, I just think the thing is, though, whether you like them or not, they should be in the game. They are an official, they're an official Blood Bowl team.
They've included Bretonians who aren't.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're French. So that's why Cyanide won it.
Yeah, but who would go Bretonians?
Well, I'd go Bretonians because they'd get Griff. But
I'm going them next season, so...
I don't know. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just... I just get it. I just think it's really annoying that you can have all these teams and not have Chaos Pact, because it's not a design thing. They can design it for definite. So, it's...
Yeah.
I just think they should get it done and get it done quickly. But I would like to see... I think if they want to make themselves any more money, they've got to bring in DLC. The other thing as well, what annoys me, is Scions. For the love of God, Scions.
Make it do something.
Yeah! I've already got all the strips. I don't need any more uniforms. I seriously don't. I don't want any more uniforms. I get to the point now where, how can I put it? When people they don't complain, they say, Benny, I haven't received my Scions from season 8 or whatever. I think I haven't received my Scions for the last 3-4 seasons, but you know what? I can't be bothered to get them because they don't do nothing.
They don't help you in any way.
They just don't do nothing. So,
Yeah,
I just...
what would you bring in?
Well, things like referees, new referees, a halfling ref. Halfling refs, now that would be awesome. They don't really do much, but hey, it's a halfling ref, Or something like, I don't know.
Just a different character model sort of thing.
Yeah. Or
that'd be
get a
pretty
new
cool.
skin, or a new stadium.
Between that and I'd also like the stadium above level 2 to do something. That would be nice. Like a second upgrade, for example.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Science. What do they do? And the thing is, what really makes them laugh is you go on the PS Store and it's like, get so many signs for like 20 quid. It's like, why would you pay for the bloody signs that don't do nothing? They don't absolutely do nothing.
Yeah, you can
It's like, what
get some
are they
nicely
do?
coloured guys.
Yeah, get some uniforms. Woo! It's crazy. They've got to do something. And I've told them, and it's like, hey, anyone got any ideas? Yes! Do something with the science. And we're still waiting. And what do we get back? It's like, oh, yeah, but we need to get all the bugs and all that sorted out as well. But surely you can do both. Surely. Because, it's going to help them, though, isn't it? Because if people will get the science, or they'll pay real money to get science to get the stuff. So it makes them more money.
Exactly.
It's like Rocket League, for instance, that game I was talking about earlier. They have like little things where you can get new cars for like a couple of quid, £2, and people buy them, so they're making money. It's a simple
It'll
thing.
still sell.
It still sells. It could have took them that long to create a new skin. So they really are, in my opinion, shooting themselves in the foot by not doing stuff like that because they can do it. It just drives me batty. I just, people. Science are just a waste. They've got to do something. I mean, how many years now have we had this and nothing's been done? It's crazy. So my wish list, new rosters, Savage Orcs, that sounds a fantastic roster. I want that Gorilla roster as well. And finally, if that's a bit out of reach, Cyanide, I want Chaos Pact. I just want them. They should be in the game. Put them as a DLC. We'll all pay for it. We aren't bothered about that. But just get Chaos Pact.
Yep.
Because we need them. And that means, we've got all the teams. But I would like to see, new stuff. SL Hunter, he decided, shock horror, to go AFK. AFK from our show, Rambo. AFK. So he's now trying to get involved.
That's who I am, and then leaves.
Exactly. But he has the audacity to come back and say, actually, I disagree about that MVP rule, but you know what, Hunter? You're too late, mate. That's been done. We've gone.
Yeah.
It's
you
noted,
left for the whole argument.
It's noted. But I guess if you get all the roles like you do, you just roll and get the right star player anyway, wouldn't he? He'd just get the MVP on his player wanted anyway, because he gets all the roles.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He always gets his cookie cutter berserker who's got strength 4 and armor 8 and everything else because reasons.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at what... I tell you what, Irish Rounder, now then, I don't know if you play on the Xbox, and I don't know if you play on the PC, so there's nothing new there, me not knowing now. But obviously, you do play on the PS4. I've not played you yet, or famous last words I said about Sylvester, didn't I? But you are a very good player. You are an extremely very good player. So I hope to meet you next season. Not this season, you'd kill my nose. But I just thought I'd say that. Thick Skull, what's Thick Skull got to do with it?
Oh, that's his berserker. He also takes that every time. I think it's Psycho, he calls him. Always gets that.
Is that a fluff thing, is it? Sort of thing?
Like I say, it's a cookie cutter. He always gets a strength upgrade, always gets an armor, thick skull, piling on mighty blow.
Crazy.
Every time.
So, Irish Ramblers anyway, he's saying 4 teams that are in Alpha Beta for tabletop are Human Nobles, that are 4 blitzers that start with Guard and ROP, Savage Orcs, Slayer teams, and Play Clan Skaven teams. That Play Clan looks like a good one.
Clan Pestilence, yep.
That would be awesome, though. That is what we'd need. And Drick's just coming to the chat now. Then Drick, obviously one of the better Blood Bowl players. So yeah,
our man.
4 Guard on your blitzers. That is insane. Says V Power V.
I'm pretty sure they're the bodyguards in the team.
Bloody hell, that is awesome.
They're a bit slower. They are movement 6, if memory serves me right.
Yeah, but Guard. Hey, I like
it's
that.
Pretty sweet.
Oh, I'm gonna have to start.
And they get their princelings who are like super catchers, but they're only movement 7.
That's nice. I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to start knocking on Nethos's door and say, "Please, I want them. I will play them. I will pay cash." So yeah, that sounds exciting. I mean, Slayers. When they say Slayers, are they about Troll Slayers or are they about more like Buffy the Vampire Slayer sort of type?
No, Dwarf Slayers. You get Giant Slayers.
Oh,
I think you get Dragon
awesome.
Slayer. Doom Seeker is basically a fanatic, and then Little Slayers.
That is so. That sounds so awesome. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to be out there. Hello, Ferret. Good old to see you on board, buddy. As always, everyone will get crashed when we come into the end of the show. That's about right. Rambo is a psychopath.
Yep.
Yes, Rambo is a psychopath. We know.
Oh. Thanks, Drick. Nice to see you too.
Irish Rounder says science should be used to enter the Champions Cup and fund the prize pool. That is interesting. That is interesting. Because even new players get science, don't they? How many science?
That'd be interesting.
How many science do you think it should be, Irish Rounder? Let me know how much you think. Big Power saying.
Even then, what if you don't have any and you've made it into the Champions Cup? You'd feel kind of cheated.
Oh yeah. So what you'd have to do is pay some money and get some science.
Yeah. If you pay some money, you can win some money if you're really good.
Back your own a bit. Hey, I like this. This is real good. I think Donald Trump would approve to this scheme. Absolutely. He'll build his wall as he does. I won't do the Donald Trump because I cannot do the Donald Trump thing. He'd build the wall, and if you've got science, he will let you in. Otherwise, you keep behind that wall. You're not coming in. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that is interesting. That's interesting. I don't think they'll do it, but it'd be interesting to see how many science.
It's an idea at least.
I think about 1,000 scions would be fair to get into it. And, I mean, I don't know how much 1,000 scions is costing. It costs a lot. What does Tommy
if they're stopping the if they stop the prize pool, like the free prize pool, having that as an alternative is something people might turn to.
How about this?
You know, I would pay 1,000 science to get another shot.
How about this? Tomadus has said, I'd like to be able to wager science before each game.
Well, that'd be interesting. Like, pretty pointless in the long run, but it's much like playing, you know, poker for fake money. It makes things a bit interesting.
Yeah, but the thing is, the problem you've got though is what are you gonna spend them on? Woohoo! New colour uniforms, but I've got them all. You know, it's I don't know. It's what do you do with science? I don't know. I like the idea.
Yeah, you know, let us refund them for real money.
Oh god, yeah, they'd probably go bankrupt, wouldn't they? So
yeah, that'd be a fright.
I don't know, just bear with one moment.
Man down.
Sorry, they're just having a discussion about takeaway in the house. As you can hear, my son's now
important life matters.
Yeah, my son's going absolutely mental. I'm live. Yeah, I'm live on stream and yeah.
Okay. Like he wants chicken nuggets.
He does. He wants chicken nuggets. So there you go. And don't forget chips. Right. Okay.
All right. Don't argue with the man. He knows what he wants.
There you go. There you go. So there you go. As you can see, my professionally run stream has got everything. So there you go. You've now found out what my youngest son really wants for his tea: chicken nuggets and chips from takeaway. There you go. That's you too. If you become a popular streamer, you too can live the dream of chicken nuggets and chips from the takeaway. You know, if that doesn't get you guys
living the high life.
Oh yeah, sorry, SL Hunts to you, yes, crisps, because obviously the Americans have it totally the opposite way, just to make it confusing. Yes, to you it's crisps, isn't it? Yes, fries, yes, fries. There you go, fries for the Americans.
Damn colonials.
Yeah, you know what? But there you go. So there you go. That's what you can do. You can have stuff like that if you become a popular streamer. So so that's completely lost me what we was talking about now. But yeah, I would like I say that is a valid point about the signs, but I think until Irish Robin says like 100 signs per team entry. Yeah, that could work, sort of.
That would work when the prize pool stops. That keeps it bankrolled and keeps it going. So that would be nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Hunt said no. I don't tell the children scary stories the night of our Clopom. My sons embrace Clopom. They love it. Anything what kills stuff easier, they love. So yeah, that would be like a reward if I told them a story about that. Yeah, now then, little Shoshi, now that would be a scary story. Yeah, the day I could have...
Yeah.
They've heard the story many times where I could have been champion if the crowd had actually thrown it anywhere but the place they did. They've already had that ingrained into them, ingrained, I should say. So yeah, that is the scary story. So if they do give me stick, I'll say, right, when you go to bed, I'm going to tell you that story. So yeah, Clopom, they love Clopom, they embrace it. But yeah, I think looking at other stuff. I mean, is anybody else got any other ideas about what they could bring in next for the Blood Bowl? So I can pinch all your ideas and then try and get some sort of reward when I come up and use them as my own ideas. Because obviously, I think the MVP rule, although SL Hunter doesn't like it, I think that's a good rule. I think obviously Nevin Parlon would be good. I think new teams would really be good because that'd make them a lot of money as well. I think as long as they're balanced. Or they bring some good fluff into it, then, I think that'd be good.
Even then, there's people like me who, no matter what the new team is, I'll still buy it just so I've got them all and have the option.
Yeah, I did that with NOS, but I mean, I bought NOS on the Xbox. It was the first team, obviously, I bought on the Xbox. I maybe played 1-2 games on the Xbox with NOS, but I bought them because to support Cyanide and what they're doing. Because obviously at the end of the day, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have this amazing game. And if we can help them in any way possible with stuff like that, you're not breaking the bank either way. I mean, I can't remember how much my Xbox Live account costs, but it's more than a DLC team. I think we should do stuff like that. VPower V says the whole custom features as players levels would be awesome. Yeah, it has been something everyone's asked for. So obviously every time they level up, they look different. It is. They have said that is going to be a bit of a problem. But if they could, if it may be something they might come up with at a later date. I think it would be cool to have a lifetime record against other coaches. Whenever you play a coach, it shows a record for those two coaches. The problem with that, Anani, though, is I think with the consoles, the major reasons for the crashes is to do with the memory and all these replays and everything. So probably adding something like that would make the game more unstable. That is my understanding.
Yeah.
I've noticed. I played my first game obviously on the Xbox today in a long while, and it said about would you like to delete replays or overwrite stuff. So, I don't
It'd be very cool for the likes of what do you call it?
You in
Commentary,
space.
where you can actually check out the two coaches.
Yeah.
No, not me in space. Gosh, he doesn't need nightmares.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he'd love
Because
to
it's the fact
see
that
that.
he thumps me every
Yeah.
single game apart from 2.
Yeah, but that's the two what matter though, mate. That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
what's
Like,
annoying
I'm
for
not
space.
complaining.
No.
I'm openly admitting he should win.
Yeah.
Like, especially that first one with his Necros. He spanked me that season about 5 times, played in the playoffs, so won I win.
Yeah. But that's Blood Bowl though. That's why we like Blood Bowl. It's frustrating when it happens to us, but
everything
that's the
happens.
beauty. Like we've seen, Halflings and Kislev both got to the semi-final on the PC. You got to the semi-final with your Kislev on the Xbox. It's good. It's good. It's just we just like to see a lot more players or coaches do it. But I think while there's cash involved, I don't think you're gonna see it.
No, people are going to go for what has the best chance of making the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or,
and
as said, they'll panic because they've entered too late and can't go one of the good teams, so they'll just go one of the lesser teams.
Yeah, like I said, it can be a thing. Like I said, when I went with my Brets, I didn't even know they could qualify. I just did them because I thought, you know what, my Orcs, I think, finished third in the ladder that season, or second in the ladder.
Yeah.
And we had no wildcards. The problem was ours when it was obviously he could potentially become the 3-time champion of the PS4. He was top seed with Orcs, so we didn't have wildcards. So I just thought, you know what, I am going to qualify. It's been a good run. I'll just mess about with some teams. I thought I'll mess about with Bretonians because there's someone higher than me, but apparently they got another high team and they went with their other team. So I was like, oh yeah, you're in with your Bretonians. I'm like, you're joking, I've only played 6 games. I'm going to get mad. And then obviously I got drawn against Callum Cassis, who was favourite to win with his Dark Elves, and it went on from there. But as I've said, even with these lesser teams, why not have a go?
There's always a chance.
Halflings are proving it. My Bretonians are proving it. If you get a bit of good fortune, and you do need a bit of good fortune, you can still make it. It's as simple as that. We see it every season. All these superpowered teams, a lot of them, they go out. We saw it on the Xbox this season. We've seen it on the PS4 this season. And probably on the PC as well. You just got to get there. That's all what matters. It doesn't matter if you've lost 20 games or you've won or you've lost none. It doesn't matter when you get to the playoffs. They don't care. It's all what happens on the day. So it's just a case of getting
Exactly.
there. So, not this story game, V. Of course it's this story. We're running out of material. I'm thinking of anything else before I end the show. But, I don't know. But hey, there we go. Right then. Shall we get ready for the main thing? The
main
one and
event.
only Battle of the Consoles. So, to my knowledge, unless someone's going to tell me differently, Messflish got 3 right. So, you have
I'm
to
playing
get...
against the kind of a big deal.
Yeah, kind of a big deal, Massive Lush. So, you need to
Even
get more
better.
than 3. So, let's see if we can end this show with an Xbox win. And as soon as I say that, I'm now just trying to find my
Give it a go.
questions. Yeah. Here we go then. So, my missus is coming. Now, what's up now?
We said 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah,
About
yeah.
50 minutes ago.
Yeah, okay. I tell you what, I'm getting in trouble now because my show's overrunning, I always get told off.
Starving your children.
Yeah. V-Power, since you brought it up, V-Power just said, remember when 6-game Brett, blah, blah, blah. I'm glad you brought them up because I forgot all about that, V. But I ain't got time to go on about that this show, unfortunately, V. I've got to get onto the quiz, and I'm getting told by the missus now. So maybe next show, maybe we could talk about it on the PS4 on Sunday. I'm sure you'd love that, V. So anyway, here we go. I'm getting my timer ready. And, let's see. You need 4, mate, to be a hero.
Yep.
That's no pressure then.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for my wonderful PC. Come on, PC. My PC's so old. Right, here we go. 60 seconds. It's set. You know the score, but for anybody in the stream who doesn't know, very quickly, Battle of the Consoles is a competition between PS4 and Xbox. On both shows each week, they both get asked up to 10 questions in 60 seconds. Whichever team get more answers right, they win a point for their console, and whoever gets the most points at the end of the season become the champions. Woohoo! Like that. Okay. Woo! There we go. PS4 kicked their ass last season. I'm sorry, I had to say it. And PS4, thanks to Mum, who was obviously an Xbox coach as well, they're in the lead. The traitor, apparently. So, here we go.
The turnboat.
Yep. Here we go. And we are ready, and here we go. Starting skills on an Amazon Blitzer.
Block dodge.
What costs more, an Oak Goblin or an Underworld Goblin?
Same.
Does a Croxago come with thick skull?
Yes.
Name the 2 teams in this season's final on the Xbox.
Coal Miners and Golf Rockers 2.0.
What legendary rule got... In fact, no, that's wrong. Which high-profile coach got engaged late last year?
Me.
Congratulations. Can vampires hire Wilhelm Chaney?
Yes, I'm going to say.
Fill in the missing blank. In blank we trust.
Nuffle.
Okay, and that is it. Do you know what? You are a smart ass. Starting skills on an Amazon Blitzer. Block and dodge is correct. What costs more, an Oak Goblin or an Underworld Goblin? You are correct, they're both the same price. Does a Crossbow come with thick skull? Yes, he does. Name the 2 teams in the semi-final. Coal Miners, Golf Rockers 2. We got that right. Which high-profile coach got engaged late last year? Well, if you got that wrong, I think the divorce papers would have been there before.
That was a given.
You know, yeah, well, you know why? I thought, you know, if you forgot, oh, you know.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Can vampires hire William Chaney? My son shouted no. I don't know why he shouted that, because obviously yes, they can. So there we go. And fill in the missing blank. This is the only one you got wrong. I suppose it was a bit harsh, because this is a phrase I use basically on the PS4, but if anyone watches my streams, they'd know. And V-Power V would know this, wouldn't you, V? Yeah, V gets it right, because obviously, and even Irish fans, look at them all, look at them all.
Buggery.
It's like someone...
Yep.
It's like
if
someone,
you said hashtag, I would have got it.
It's like somebody must keep mention about it. Yeah, obviously it's in Griff we trust because of that famous 6-game Plutonium finalist team. What we were going about. So yeah, there was one. I tell you one. There's one question I was going to ask you, and you know what? I'll be honest. I couldn't understand my handwriting, but I do now. What legendary race got the furthest in this season's cup? What race was it?
Kislev.
Yeah, and who was that? You. See, there you go. See, I helped you.
Cheeky question.
I helped you. Xbox things. I'm gonna get done for a scandal from the PS4 lot. Surprised to say.
Well, I mean, I feel that Mutt brings his A game for the PS4 and puts on some kind of bad show for Xbox.
Surprised to say, I think you may have won the round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. Not bad. I think that's what you got last time as well.
Yeah, that'll do.
SL Hunter, who is Griff? Look, I could go on about Griff, how great he was with that 6-game returning team, but 1, I think V-Power V will weep, and 2, I think my missus will kill me, and my son wants his chicken nugget and chips. Oh, sorry, for you, chicken nugget fries. So, you know, I'm going to thank my wonderful, as always, co-announcer, Rambo. You are totally awesome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck in next season, and I pray I don't bump into your nagel. Thanks to everybody, obviously, in the stream as well. It's always a pleasure. V-Power V, he's hung in there, even though we've been talking about my regrets. SL Hunter, trying to sabotage everything we like about the bloody thing. Griff, who's this Griff? I'll tell you what. Obviously, Tom Edis as well, and Arnie. We even had VG Purist in the chat. I'm sure we'll be able to blackmail him now to give us his cheat codes, his dice logs. Otherwise, we'll tell the PC community that he was seen on our console chat. I'm sure we'll get something there. And yeah, that's us done. Obviously, for people who want to see the PS4 show, the Nuffle Shuffle. That will be on Sunday, and that will have me and V-Power V, and there'll be plenty of stuff we'll be talking about, including Griff. And then on Monday, it's the big one. It's the PS4 final. Me and Kind of Big Deal, Meza Flush, will be seeing Shagraf Snaggle play Azza wins, Case Dwarfs, and if Azza wins, he becomes the three-time champion. Would be an amazing achievement, and I'm assured.
Crazy.
I'm actually assured as well, the first time ever on any format, back-to-back championships with the same race. Because Case Dwarfs did win last season's PS4 championship. If Azza wins it, that means the Case Dwarfs will win it 2 times on a trot. And I've been informed by my nerd friends that has never happened on any profile, console or PC. So everything to play for, and that is us done. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next week, where obviously the Xbox will be trying to take the lead in the bother consoles. Take care, guys. Bye bye, and see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. See ya. Won't want to be ya. Bye.
See you later.